Hey everyone, this is GM Rex here, and I'm going to be talking about WWE's Fastlane's, the pay-per-view last night's Fallout. This is spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, go on WWE.com, find out the results, or watch it on the WWE Network if you have it, or just go on some other dirt sheet website and find out what happened. So the pre-show match was Del Rio versus Kalisto, 2 out of 3 falls for the United States Championship. Chris and I both predicted that Kalisto was going to win, and he did. Um, the first fall went to Kalisto, but it was because Del Rio got disqualified because he hit him with the chair. And the second fall just went to Del Rio because it was basically a squash for the second fall. And then, the third fall, Kalisto got a roll up. But I figured they were going to be pushing Kalisto more. I like Del Rio. I know he got fired a couple years ago, but you know what? I don't blame him for what he did. He stuck up for his people, and that's awesome. So, Kalisto got the win. The first match on the show was Sasha and Becky up against Naomi and Tamina, Team Bad. Team Bad is a perfect name for them because they are just god-awful. Sasha and Becky got the win, like Chris and I predicted. I think there's going to be something big, like a Divas Revolution kind of thing at WrestleMania, because Becky, Sasha, and Charlotte all came up on the main roster at the same time. So, maybe a triple threat between them for the Divas Championship. I think that would be awesome. That would steal the show, because, they're trying to do the Becky and Charlotte thing. Sasha and Charlotte feud, and so forth. And, I think throwing Becky in there is a great thing, because Becky Lynch is awesome. She's my favorite member of the four horsewomen. The fourth horsewoman is Bayley, who is on NXT, and she's the NXT Women's Champion. So when she gets called up, maybe the four of them will be together, kind of run roughshod. That'd be pretty cool, in my opinion. With Charlotte being the leader, like her father was of the Four Horsemen. I think Becky, I think Sasha Banks would be like the Arn Anderson of the group, the enforcer. And then the other two are just the other horsemen, depending on what era of horsemen. I think Becky would be kind of like the Tully Blanchard. But yeah, that was a great win for Becky and Sasha, Hopefully that leads to something big at WrestleMania for the two of them. Next up, I think we had Kevin Owens against Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. I guess a lot of people are tired of the Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler matches, but I never saw one because I don't watch Raw or SmackDown. I only watch the pay-per-views. So, me seeing it, that was a treat for me. And they put on a great match. Kevin Owens won. I think I said Ziggler was going to win it, just because I thought maybe he'd cheat and it would lead to something bigger at Mania. But that didn't happen. Then up next we had... Let me think about this. I think it was the 3-on-3, Ryback, Big Show, and Kane up against Strowman, Harper, and Eric Rowan. Chris and I thought the Wyatts were gonna win. That was a surprise, but I think Strowman and Harper got hurt, but Ryback picked up the win for his team with a very awful shell shock done to Luke Harper. It looks like Luke Harper got hurt from it. He was holding his arm. I did say that the only way that team would win is if Ryback was the one that got the win for them. So I think maybe they're trying to push him, with the new Goldberg ring attire and all that crap. Which is a shame, because they should have pinned Eric Rowan, not Luke Harper, because Eric Rowan seems to be the weak link of the Wyatt family, as I'm speaking. Luke Harper's actually my favorite member. I like him even more than Bray Wyatt. I always liked Luke Harper. I saw him in Ring of Honor as Big Brody Lee and thought, this guy, for a big guy, he's got a lot of moves for a big guy. Like, not in terms of like agility so much, but like, big guys, they only got like 3 or 4 moves. Like Strowman, he's got like 4 moves. He's like a Pokemon. He can't learn more than 4. But Harper's just got this wide array of like moves, and he's always entertaining to watch. He's good at promos too. And he's the only Wyatt family member who's actually held any titles. He held the Intercontinental title, which is probably the best championship going in WWE right now. So yeah, I was kind of bummed about that, but I was kind of half right, because I said, if they win it's because of Ryback, and it was because of Ryback. So, that's that. We also had Charlotte take on Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. Brie looked like she hurt her knee off after going off the top rope. Well, she started favoring her knee, even though the way she landed, it didn't look like she hit her knee at all. But, I've been told Brie Bella's a bad actress, so... But, this was supposed to be really emotional for her because of Daniel Bryan's retirement. She was wearing his kick pads from WrestleMania 30. But, the whole landing, the whole favoring her knee thing, it was obviously for Charlotte to set up her, figure 8 submission finisher, which that's how she won. Ric Flair was just losing his shit out in the ring, just going absolutely batshit crazy like he always does. No matter how old he gets, he still does that. But I start to worry at his age when he does this stuff, because you don't know if he's actually going to get hurt one of these days doing something like that, or if he's going to slip and hurt himself. But Ric Flair's actually going to be at a comic convention in April around my area, or maybe like a half hour away. And Chris and I are thinking of going, and I would like to have my picture taken with Ric Flair and Mick Foley, who's also going to be there. But yeah, that match, we called that one. I said, because if they were going to give it to Brie, it was going to be at WrestleMania to kind of recreate a Yeselmania thing, but it didn't happen. What else? We had AJ Styles and Chris Jericho steal the show. Absolutely tore the house down with an amazing match. There was a couple hiccups here and there, but they had a great match. We finally saw the Styles Clash on WWE TV, done by AJ Styles. This was a great match. And this is kind of like AJ Styles in his prime. It's kind of like if Crow Sting, from WCW had jumped ship to WWE. Because, they're very similar, and I know AJ Styles always looked up to Sting. Because, Sting did this Crow gimmick, and you thought, oh, he's with the NWO because he's wearing black and white, and, AJ Styles was doing this gimmick at first in TNA, thinking, oh, he's going to join Aces and Eights, but he didn't. That's what Sting did. And don't even say the Wolfpack for Sting, because that was bullshit. That was not NWO. That's just like a little sister wanting to see what her older brother is doing and wanting in on it. And your mom's kind of like, oh, just let her do it. That's what the NWO was. And that's what Matt Stryker said in the NWO documentary. I didn't come up with that myself. Matt Stryker, he's right on the money with that comment. So, AJ Styles did the Styles Clash, but only got a 2 count. He won by submission, though, but it was a great match. It was the best of the night. It should have been a WrestleMania match, not for Fastlane. So, what else? We got a bonus match between Curtis Axel and R-Truth, trying to be like, is trying to further the storyline between R-Truth and Goldust, because, Goldust came out, kind of attacked the other social outcasts, but Curtis Axel got the win because R-Truth got distracted by Goldust clearing house in the outside of the ring. R-Truth's just like looking at Goldust doing something, takes his eyes off. Curtis Axel gets the roll up. Social Outcasts pick up the win. So I know Goldust and R-Truth are trying to form a tag team called the Golden Truth. R-Truth's not really having it. But, I'm glad the Social Outcasts pick up the win because, I like Heath Slater. He's one of my favorites. Like in terms of just like a charismatic guy. But he's a good wrestler too. You don't really see that enough. But, yeah, Heath Slater. He's awesome. So I'm glad his team picked up the win. I'm glad he's been getting these wins and stuff. He beat Jericho on NXT back in 2010, which was a huge win. Hopefully better, good things will come to Heath Slater. I think he's a great, fit for WWE. He's not, he's not your typical guys like, Dean Ambrose, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens. But he puts together a good package, and that's what matters. Let's see. We had the New Day on the Edge and Christian Cutting Edge Peep Show. The Usos, thankfully, did not interrupt this. However, the League of Nations did. And it seems like they turned the New Day face. So that could either make or break them. I mean, they were pretty much already cheered like faces anyways. So this could be... But this could be them losing the title. Because, like once you go face with like a gimmick like that, that's popular, and you got a title, and you're going to lose it probably shortly after. Hopefully not from the League of Nations, though. But it was, it was an interesting segment. Edge and Christian being their typical Edge and Christian selves. It was so much. It was a really funny segment. And Edge made it rain on Big E when they started booty dancing. That was pretty funny. Main event was Lesnar, Ambrose, and Reigns. We predicted Roman Reigns would win. He did. We wanted Ambrose, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Ambrose got... they did 2 power bombs to Brock Lesnar on 2 announce tables. And Lesnar still got up, took them to Suplex City. One cool part was Roman Reigns had Dean Ambrose on his shoulders. Lesnar comes up from behind, German suplexes Reigns, who Samoan drops Dean Ambrose at the same time. That was a really cool moment. They were in Cincinnati, which is Dean Ambrose's hometown, so we wanted Ambrose to win for that and the fact that Chris and I just love Dean Ambrose and everything he does. Like a modern day Brian Pillman and Stone Cold put together. He's just awesome to watch. So, unfortunately, but the finish was pretty shitty. Ambrose has got a chair, he's taking out Lesnar, he's taking out Reigns, and then Lesnar rolls out, and then as Ambrose turns around, Roman Reigns hits the spear. And that was that. I'm just sick of WWE just kind of like telling us to like Roman Reigns. We don't. We don't want him at WrestleMania. We want Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania. But unfortunately, we're stuck with Roman Reigns due to Vince McMahon's crazy infatuation with Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns has already got the title twice. Dean Ambrose has not held the WWE title. He stole it, which was hilarious. But he didn't get it. I do want to talk more about Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and all that. And yes, I'm recording from my video camera because my phone's doing this thing saying size limit reached on my videos now. My first one was like 24 minutes. So that I can understand. But I deleted it, and then I was starting to do my Fallout, my review of it. And like 1 minute into it, it stopped and said the same thing. So, but my phone was like really, really warm. This camera's still actually really cool. Like, it's not warmed up, but I'm going to be finishing up this video anyways in like a second. But like overall, Fastlane was okay. Like, I'm hoping WrestleMania really makes up for it. But we'll have to wait and see. But all in all, like, I'd say it's a decent show. I mean, maybe they could have done a little more, like in terms of like maybe some better quality matches. And it looked like Braun Strowman hurt his leg because he seemed to be favoring it a couple of times throughout the match. But I mean, if he gets hurt, eh. You know, there's talk about him winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal thing at WrestleMania, or at least the pre-show. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it was fun to watch. I mean, I always enjoy watching the pay-per-views. But it wasn't a pay-per-view quality I would have preferred. But I'd say yellow light. You know, if I were to review it, I'd give it the yellow light. You know, think about it before you get too committed to it. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. You know, we did pretty good on the predictions, Chris and I. I get half credit for the Wyatt family match, because I did say the thing about Ryback, and I was wrong about the Ziggler one, but originally my choice was Kevin Owens. So that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, like my Facebook fan page, and I will see you all later.